Hello everyone! Today, welcome back to my science show. So, I have some objects that are heavy and light, and some are float and some are sink. So let's start. As you may know, some things like some objects that are heavy, like this shell, it's heavy, so it will sink down to of the water of my water. And this is a block. Yep, a block of like toys. Yep, I contains it with water, but as you may see, it's a brick of toys, right? A block of toys, right? But some of you may think that it might sink. What do you think? It sinks or floats? Think first. I don't know. When it contains with full of the water inside of the blocks, it will sink. Look. It will sink. Yeah, it sinks. But I think like it's the 50% of sink and 50% of float. Because look. Yeah, it sinks a little bit and it floats a little bit. So this is also a plastic cup. So I put like here. Look. It floats. Yep, it floats. So why does this wiggly toy I make it floats and sinks? Because metals is a heavy thing, which I'll show you. So now we'll grab one of here, put it in. It sinks, look, down to the bottom. You see shells and blocks. Oh, I've got a lot of dirty water, but it's okay. But why does all these things sink and float? Because when you are in a creations, or if you are really into it, you are maybe in some type of the titles, like like starfish and other sea creatures, sea animals. They live, but they have a special body parts that make them float in the water. So that's why. But very often of the obstacle, it might be obsessive and like stone. So what things could be sink? I know. Stones, shells, metals, and many others, because there are lots of things that can be float. But today, the creativity of the science show is appropriate, because I may thought it might contains with air. What contains with air? Yeah, and the opposites of something is maybe obviously, but of course, yep. For sure, immediately, I would suggest it for of coursely. But I think this should be in the sink side, because it does sink, right? But it also does float, right? So it's weird. Okay, this shell. When I put this shell into there. Okay, I'll put 2 shells on the cups and let's see what it does. But what does it look like with other obstacles? So look, I'll put this and see if the cups. No, because the obstacle of the cups, it does not sink. It greeted with the powerful of float. So the cup might say, I am a floaty one, so I cannot be sink. As you wish. Yeah. Today, the experiment is quite. So this is the octopus. It floats, but why does the cup they float over here, but not just float straight? Because the amount of water. Do you see the amount of water? When they do this, they flow like this. But if I like this, they flow over because of the movement of the water. It contains to make it more heavier, to slow down, and to sink down to the bottom of the water. Well, as you may see, there are a lot of ways to using and communicate with others. And objects that are sink and float. So objects such as full with air. Do you know like ducks? Like duck toys? Like a toys that go quack quack and you just click 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 and you put it into the water, it floats because it's created with air. So wait me a minute. Wait me a second, okay? Just wait me a second. I'll show you. So this is a bottle, right? Right. So what? So let's see and let's test it out. Why does this float? Because inside of the bottle, it contains with air. So what does air do? It floats. But what if I put it with some water in it? What does it do? Because the limited of additionally. So let's see and let's. So it sink. Yep, it's sink or flow. I just know because of the outer layer. Because of the movements of the water, it may sink. But in the outer way, it's connected with different movements. So let's may think it's a bad idea. But I might think that ever if the bottle is contained with water, it might sink or it may float. But I doesn't know yet because I'm not really a scientist. But you guys, it's the end of this science show, and I hope you guys really enjoyed. Thank you so much for joining and watching and listening to my science show. Bye bye.